It is 20 minutes before 10. You're watching News Channel 3 Live at 9, and a new book tells a Mid-South woman's true story of racism and sexism in America.
From Liberty to Magnolia takes a very hard look at the American dream, but it's also full of hope of where our country can go from here. Dr. Janice Ellis is the author. Doctor, welcome to Live at 9. Glad to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
This book kind of starts with a personal pilgrimage that you went on. What did you find along your own journey?
Well, I grew up in Mississippi on a farm during the height of the Civil Rights Movement.
Okay.
And my dad had a little small cotton farm between those two cities, Liberty and Magnolia. And I was confronted by the color of my skin. I always say I've been born with two indelible birthmarks, black skin and a woman.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. And so my journey is you can overcome poverty, racism. I went to segregated schools, but I was able to achieve the pinnacle of education.
Yeah, and you face sexism as well. So
Yes.
was it confusing to you which one to fight most or which one you had to fight most?
Well, in my early years as an adolescent and through college, I think my skin color was dominant.
Yeah,
I
particularly probably because you were in Mississippi.
Sure, and I helped to integrate Millsaps College, and that was very evident that race was the key there. But then when I got into my career, I was confronted by both. When I went to graduate school, 6 months pregnant, at the University of Wisconsin to earn my doctorate, I was told by two professors that I could not have a family and get my degree as well.
How did you react to that? Because those words are extremely painful.
Very painful. And I said to myself, you don't know me. I think perseverance is the key. And so I went on to earn 2 masters and a PhD, earned a second master's accidentally because I wanted to be a great political columnist and be good at my trade. And then the second time that I was confronted was when I worked for a large pharmaceutical company. And I was a director. They recruited me as a director, as a president and CEO from a healthcare insurance company. I went into the large pharmaceutical company, made outstanding evaluations, the top evaluations, every quarter for 6 years. And every time there was a vacancy in my department, someone would be promoted over me who did not understand the industry. I had to, train them. After negotiating a $70 million contract with the largest healthcare provider in the country, I still was not promoted.
So how were you able to find hope? Because we mentioned this book is also about hope, and that's what a lot of people are looking for these days.
Yeah, I think in my book, it's a learning tool. I have a discussion guide in that book to help with self-reflection, help classes, book clubs, navigate that. And how I found it was, one, I know myself. I know my strengths. Be prepared. Do not let others define you. And my faith. Oh, my faith. I attribute my faith and my values to my parents. So you keep working. You keep trying, because we are all endowed with the freedom to achieve what we want to achieve.
But is it also a call for those in power, whether it's because they're men or because they're white, to be more intentional to open that door wider, too?
Absolutely, because there's a greater message to America in this book. We talk about all of us are, endowed with all these inalienable rights to be free and to achieve, but we have to make sure that the playing field is equal.
Absolutely, and all of us have to do that.
Thank you, Doctor, for being here and talking about your book. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.